Good morning, my friends. So, Rochelle here. I've already had a bit of exercise this morning because I popped out to the supermarket. I was a little bit bad. There's some chocolate came home. I went out to get milk and bread, and as you do, came home with stuff that wasn't on the list and completely forgot about my breakfast cereal. So, breakfast this morning is going to be a problem because I also don't have any yogurt, which I normally have on my breakfast, because the last 3 lots of coconut yogurt that I have bought have all had issues. So I'm going to have to make my own. I did buy stuff to help make my own. So I bought some coconut milk of the tinned variety, because the variety that comes in the Tetra Packs has got lots of added stuff, and most of the tin stuff does too. I mean, it's got guar gum as a thickener, and that's not exactly good for your insides, that stuff. I don't react to very small amounts, but I'm not 100% sure how I would go with how much they'd need to use to thicken up coconut milk. So I bought some which only has a little bit of preservative in it and no thickener, so we will see how that goes and make our own yogurt. I've got the yogurt cultures there, dairy free, ready to go, so I've just got to get around to making it. So that's one thing I'll probably have to do today, as well as stripping wallpaper and maybe a bit of sewing. But yeah, there's never enough time in the day, especially considering I've also got a game on the Xbox I want to finish. So probably about 3/4 of the way through Prey, and I really do want to finish it, but yeah, I'm not sure that I'm going to get to today. So anyhow, so yeah, I cycled down to Barrington, which is probably about 4 k's maybe, and then round to the dairy, where I found that their phone lines aren't working because someone cut through them yesterday afternoon. So luckily I had some cash, because otherwise we wouldn't have been getting any milk. And I don't drink normal milk, but everyone else in the family does. So today is going to be a bit of a blip on the diet front, but considering the last week has been pretty horrible, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm going to have my blip, and then I'm going to get back to what I should be doing. So anyhow, tomorrow is grocery day, so you won't see me tomorrow. And then hopefully my middle will be feeling sufficiently recovered by Friday that I can start adding something else in aside from just the arm workout, because I do actually want to start working on my midriff as well and just strengthening that up. So this, of course, does do some work on it, but not enough. So let's get this started. Pop you there and get going. Stand upright with your core engaged, palms facing in, then press and turn outwards and then press up. Make sure you're using the right weights. It should be quite challenging for the last few reps. So I can definitely feel that I did this yesterday. With the heavier weights, my arms are definitely going, hey, didn't we do this yesterday? Okay. So this is going to be the real test of how much work I put in yesterday. This next one, lateral raise. Raise one dumbbell up to your side laterally with the other forward in front of you. Bring them back down and then alternate the other direction. Go nice and slow and so I'm doing it slow. It would be easier if I was swinging it, but it wouldn't be having the same effect, because I can actually feel this all the way down to my elbow. Oh. So basically down to this muscle here, that's where I can feel that particular exercise, as well as, of course, up through the delts, which you kind of expect. So this is still a bit bloated, but probably not a great deal more than usual. And I've just realised I still haven't found my wrist weights. Dear. I think I know where they are. I think they're out in the conservatory in the box of workout gear. All the things that I've bought over the years and haven't actually done anything with. So this is one exercise I could probably go up to a heavier weight. Because I've got a 4 kg one out there. I think I may have a 5 kg one as well. So I think that's another thing I should probably do today is root through that lot. But that's easier said than done because the box is covered in curtains at the moment. Curtains from my husband's games room. So we need to put up a different curtain track. And he hasn't removed the old one yet, so the curtains are sitting there waiting for the old track to be removed. The wall to be patched. So he's just got to remove it. I'll be doing the wall patching because I usually do. That's my shtick, not his. And then sand it down and prime it. The main problem is I don't think I've got any of the original paint left. So I may have to get a test pot of it from Rosine. Seeing as we're using a lighter version of the colour in here, we will be when we paint it. That's one thing I definitely need to get that wallpaper stripping done. I can't do the whole room yet because we'll be wanting to store a lot of the stuff in the conservatory while we're doing it, and the conservatory is getting its repair job done on Monday, hopefully. Assuming, of course, no one ends up in isolation with COVID. Because if we get COVID, then no one's allowed on the property, except in an emergency, and the conservatory is not an emergency. So I'm not sure how I'll go with the press-ups. I think I've worked out why they were so hard yesterday. And it's because of all the delt stuff I've been doing with the heavier weights, which I'm not used to yet. And of course, press-ups do use your delts. Okay, so it's press-up time. So I think we're actually going to do knee press-ups today. So, yeah, we can do the press-ups I really, really need to save up more money to get this floor sorted. So we've got vinyl planks in the other room, and I'm thinking engineered wood for here. Oh. Oh. Definitely feeling that. Damn it, I can see a bit of convolvulus that I missed. I missed it long enough that it's up in the tree flowering. So I'm trying to use upper back as well. So delts, basically the whole outside of the upper arm. Oh. And the centre of the upper back. Ooh. Not just focusing on the triceps here, also focusing on the core. Because I keep wanting to do that. I've got to make sure I don't. Whew. So doing this after having done the bike ride, definitely more challenging. So knees again. Hopefully in a few days I'll be back to doing this the full way. 5, 6, 7. And yes, I am aware that my hips are moving a fair bit. Form on this one is definitely not as good as it should be. Oh, Jesus. So, the good thing is I think I've reached the point where I can put the 2 kg weights away. So, I can definitely tell that my right side is stronger than my left. Okay, it's getting reaching the end of that one. So the 3 kg is definitely a push at the end of this. So I'm going to do this sideways so you can. I keep wanting to do that, so I've got to concentrate on not doing that. But to be honest, this is not my favourite tricep exercise. I much prefer tricep dips. Damn it, I'm doing it again. Okay, so that's that workout. So I would much rather do tricep dips. So basically I can do that here. This is not the ideal chair for it. It's a bit broken, but hey. And it's not quite wide enough, but that's I prefer to do. Normally I'd use the thing that the phone's sitting on to do those, but of course then you guys can't see it. So anyhow, that's it for me for today. So I've done my workout. My next step today is to read the instruction manual for my wallpaper steamer, which is this guy here. I haven't used it before, so I need to check and make sure I actually know what I'm doing. And get out the tiger claw thing, which hopefully is on top of the fridge, because if it's not, I've got no clue where the hell I've put it, which will be a problem because I'm going to need it. Fudge. Oh, I can't see it up there. Dig nabbit. So I'm going to have to go on a hunt for the tiger claw and hope that it's not being put out in the garage somewhere by my husband, because he is, although he's working from home, that does not allow him to be rooting around in the garage to find stuff that I need. That would have to wait until probably the weekend. So yeah, there are two places I would normally keep it. One is there's a shelf near the computer, and I can't see it up there. I've got a bit of mending I'm doing up there, but no tiger claw. And yeah, on top of the fridge was the other one. I'll have to get up onto the stool to be absolutely certain, but I couldn't see it. So I suspect it may have gone out into the garage, which is not ideal, considering that my husband has cleaned or tidied up in there recently, which means I've got no idea where anything is. I mean, he spends more time out there than I do, so it makes sense that he knows where things are, but it's not helpful when I need to know where things are. So anyhow, that is it for me for today. I shall keep searching for the tiger claw. Won't see you tomorrow, as I said, grocery day, and I'm going to be shifting wood anyway because Mum and Dad have cut down their trees, and they are apparently already cut up into firewood sized pieces. Yay! So I will be putting as many as I can into the footwells of the car, well, as many as I can safely, and then bring it all back here so that they've got a bit more space. And then basically any time I'm heading over in that direction, I'll get more, mainly because I don't want to be spending it going over, especially for that, with the price of petrol at the moment. I mean, the government's reduced some of the excise by 25 cents a litre for the next 3 months, but considering what the petrol prices are doing, that's not going to make a huge difference. I mean, if they stop charging GST on the excises, that would be a help, but they're not going to do that. So anyhow, I guess that's my political rant for the day. Only a short one. And I will be off and see you guys on Friday New Zealand time. Bye.